day, our honorable pupils in class 10. How are you? Are you ready for continuing your learning process in English? Well done. In that case, please open your notebook, write down today's date, and we have very interesting revision lesson. During our lesson, we should discuss about listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Our first activity is listening activity. For this activity, please put 6 numbers to your notebook. Have you done? Good. So, people are giving opinion about these topics. Are they for or against? As you remember, we discussed for and against essay at our previous lesson. What does it mean for and against? Agree or disagree. We discussed as advantages and disadvantages. So, you don't have to write all sentences in every step. You should put just plus. It means for, and minus, it means against. Are you ready? Have you put 6 numbers? Well done. Let's listen in that case.
Well, space exploration is pretty expensive, but I think it's worth it.
Why is that?
Well, that's how we learn more about the universe we live in. That's pretty important, isn't it?
2.
There are way too many commercials on TV these days. They really make me mad.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Because they always interrupt my favorite TV programs. Some of those commercials are really long.
3.
I think the Olympic Games are great. I can't wait for the next ones.
Really? Why?
Well, they encourage an interest in sports. They also help bring about better international understanding. We need more of that.
4.
Every city needs lotteries, I think.
Why do you think that?
Well, because they can raise money for the city. They're a much better way of raising money than taxes.
5.
Well, action movies might be fun, but I don't think they are really good for young people.
Really? Why do you say that?
Because they are way too violent. I never let my kids watch them.
6.
If you ask me, people in this city shouldn't be allowed to have those big dogs.
How come?
Because most apartments are too small for a big dog. They don't have anywhere to play.
Thank you so much. Have you finished it? Let's check in that case. Pay attention to the first one. Space exploration. Is speaker for or against? Thank you. For. Second, TV commercials. Against. The Olympic Games. Is speaker for or against? For. The first one. Your answer is? Well done. So, fifth one, action movies. Is speaker for or against? Against. What about pets? Thank you so much. Against. So, our next activity is reading activity. Can you remember we discussed about advantages and disadvantages of using computers at our last lesson? So, in our reading activity, we will continue it. Are you ready? Try to read with me. Computers. There is no doubt that computers have become an important part of our everyday life. We can do almost everything with the help of a computer. It is much easier to edit and print documents using a PC. The PC is abbreviation. It means personal computer. Besides, the World Wide Web allows us to access the latest information very quickly. You can even buy things sitting at home and use your computer. Interaction with the world is a great advantage of a computer. You can make new friends with people from all over the world. Besides, it is a chance to practice your English. More than that, computers help us to do our homework. And there are a lot of educational programs that can be really useful in our work. Of course, There are computer addicts that spend all day long in front of computers, playing games, watching films, or even reading books online. We must admit that a lot of young people find virtual reality more attractive than their everyday life. Computer addictions make them neglect schoolwork and their everyday responsibilities. In conclusion, I would like to say that computers have introduced wonderful possibilities for people, but of course we shouldn't totally rely on them. According to the passage, you have to do fill-in gap activities. Are you ready? I hope you all understood the meaning of the passage. The first one. There is no doubt that computers have become what word is hidden? Important of our everyday life. Thank you. You can even buy things sitting at home and using your, yes, computer. Interaction with the world is a great advantage of a computer. The first one. There are a lot of educational, good job, programs that can be really useful. Fifth one. There are computers that spend all day long in front of computers. Thank you. Addicts, the last one. I would like to say that computers have introduced wonderful possibilities for people. Speaking task. For speaking task, I have 4 questions for you. What you should do? You should record your answers and send it to your teacher. And I hope you will get their feedback. First question. What do you think about the future of computers? How can we use computers in our life? Will computers able to replace printed books in the future? Why do you think so? Fourth, what do you think about computerized education? So, you have 2 seconds. Please take a picture. Thank you so much. Writing task. Can you remember that we discussed one type of discursive writing, for and against essay, last time? Let's practice with a sample. In this type of essay, we should discuss about arguments for and arguments against. Is it? For and against essay. And today I prepared very interesting sample on the topic traveling by boat. I hope you like it and learn a lot about this type of essay. Before writing an essay, you have to do pre-writing activity. In this activity, you should make at least your opinions. So, please spend just 5 minutes. While you are doing pre-writing activity, don't discuss is it right or not. After pre-writing activity, you can decide it. Let's practice. I have list. Let's decide. Can we include these points to your essay or not? The first one. Cheaper than other form of traveling. Can we include it? Yes. As an advantages. Can be unpleasant in bad weather. What do you think? Is it suitable for this type of essay? Yes, of course. It is one of disadvantages traveling by boat. The third one. Lots of people go on sailing holidays. Thank you. No. Why? It is out of topic. It is not advantages and it is not disadvantages. Journeys can take a lot of time. Yes, it is also one type of disadvantages traveling by boat. Fifth one, more comfortable and enjoyable than other form of transports. Yes, it is also one of advantages. And the last one, famous explorers traveled the seventh sea. No, of course, it is not advantage and it is not disadvantage as well. So, here is a sample. Let's read together and learn. So, an introduction. As you know, all essays should consist of 3 parts: introduction, a main body, and conclusion. Introduction is the first part, about 10% of your essay. You should write introduction very interesting to capture readers' attention. Did you know the boat was one of the first form of transports? 100 years ago, the only way to make a journey across the sea was by boat. Nowadays, however, when it's possible to fly from one continent to another in the space of a few hours, is there any reason to travel by boat? Pay attention to the last question. The writer tries to capture readers' attention with the question. Main body. Main body is the longest part of your essay, about 80%. Now, here you can see underlined phrases, which you can use in your writing. They are linking verbs. Let's read. Although the boat is a rather old-fashioned way of traveling, it has certain advantages. To begin with, boats are usually more comfortable than planes or cars. Instead of staying in your seat for the whole journey, you can go for a walk, eat in a restaurant, or even go shopping. Having more space to move around makes long journey much more pleasant. Furthermore, boats are often cheaper than other forms of traveling. For example, a boat ticket usually costs less than a plane ticket. Finally, boats are safe alternative to cars and planes. There are fewer accidents at sea than in the air or the roads. Pay attention to the plus. It means that we are discussing about advantages. Let's move to the disadvantages, the minus. However, traveling by boat have its disadvantages. It usually takes much longer than other forms of traveling. As a result, it can be more tiring. In addition, boat trips can be very unpleasant when the weather is bad or the sea is rough, making journeys uncomfortable or even frightening. Conclusion is the last part of your essay, about 10%. In this part, you can add your opinion. You can use opinion words like I believe, I think, and etc. Let's read together. All things considered, although there are some disadvantages to traveling by boat, I believe it is a very enjoyable experience. Journeys may take longer, but if you have time to spare, you can take advantage of the many facilities which boats have to offer and enjoy a pleasant voyage. Did you like the sample? Can you write such kind of essay easily? If you have any misunderstanding, please contact your teacher and clear up everything. Because you have control work, you should write a for and against essay about advantages and disadvantages of receiving education online. Pay attention, it is your control work task. It is compulsory. Write your essay and send it to your teacher. Thank you for your attention. I do appreciate it. See you next time. Wish you good luck in your studying.